Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to. You stare at your past and you'll end up staying there. It's okay to look back and admire it, but you carry on. I'm not in the business of staring back at it. You know what I mean? And getting lost back there. People say a loss can make or break a fighter, but trust me, a win can also make or break a fighter because they get comfortable with a win. People can get comfortable with a win and slack off then. Slack off on the training, slack off on the diet. They've won one. They're winners now. That's not me. You know, you sleep on a win and you'll wake up with a loss. So I just carry on, keep doing what I'm doing. And that's why this turnaround is so good for me. Vegas, straight away. The Fighting Irish head to the fighting capital. It's perfect. Continue on this path, the freight train straight to the top.
Trying to achieve success is one of the most challenging things that people will ever do in their entire life, and it's going to be one of the hardest things that you ever try to do in your life. So you might as well go all in and figure out exactly what you want to do and the best avenue to go about that. Whether that means you go out and find people to get connected with and discover new individuals along the way who are going to help you go that path and learn the knowledge that you really need to by learning from others or by reading books. A lot of people don't read books nowadays, but it's one of the most crucial skills that you can have, and there's so much untapped potential in books. Everybody just looks over and like, oh, reading is so boring, reading is lame, but in actuality, it's one of the greatest pieces of information that you can use in your entire life. Because there's an unlimited amount of supply of books and literature to dive into, and there's so many years upon years of that. You can also be watching videos or listening to podcasts because in today's world, information is truly limitless, and there's no excuse for you to not have enough information on whatever your goals are and something that you're truly passionate about. And you need to go out there and get as much information and gain as much of that intel and make those connections as fast and as efficiently as you possibly can, because that's what's going to help you greatly, and you're going to reap benefits from making those things done.
I love the thrill of it, Stephen. I love it all. I love the fight. I love the business about it. I love everything about it. People ask me that all the time. Why am I here? Am I too accomplished to be here? But it's what I love to do. It's all I do. Am I the hungry lion I once was? Maybe not. It's certainly different, but I'm now the fat cat. You know what I mean? I'm the fat cat pulling all the strings around here, and that's an even more dangerous individual. So, and I'm also, cutting weight, so I am hungry. So I'm eager to get in there and prove all the people, all my doubters wrong and all my supporters correct. I do a lot of this for the fans. I love to get in and show my appreciation for the fans. Society tells you growing up you should fantasize about kicking a ball and dream about that, but it didn't really interest me. I tried to maybe pretend that I was interested in it, but really kicking a ball straight into a net is pretty cool. But what happens if someone runs up behind me and hits me 2 shots into the mouth? Then it ain't so cool. So that was in my head as a young kid. I was aware. I had a self-defense mind. I was aware. Where I come from and where I grew up, you had to be aware. You had to be able to defend yourself. So that's how I got into it. My Irish mothers will support you. My father always jokes that I could be doing anything and my mother would still be my biggest fan. So before me was no Irish man that had succeeded in the UFC. There was no one. I could not look to my mother and father and say, look at this Irish man, look at his successful fighting career, because there was no one before me. So I was the first one. I had to convince them what I was going to do. But as far as my father was concerned, I was just fighting in a cage and with no career path or nothing ahead of me. So it was more worry, but I convinced them, and now here we are. And that's it. I'm just curiously fascinated with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or that's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do, and that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I feel good in my mind. I mean, it's my life.
So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section down below.